Last New Year's, I made myself a promise never to do it again. January was tough, but by summer it was a breeze, and by fall I had forgotten all about my resolution. Then, this last Thanksgiving, my mom's aunt, sister, and I all sat down after dinner, and all it took was one click of the remote, and my addiction was staring me right in the face. A Hallmark Christmas movie. Now, some non-indulgers of these fine treats will say that they are all the same. As if. How could anybody think that these movies are the same? They don't even look the... Never mind. Nevertheless, Hallmark season has just left us, but it is never too early to start looking forward to this year's batch. To do so, we'll shop for the pretty Christmas setting. Then, we'll wrap our head around the 3 R's of our movie stars before finally putting a bow on our own little perfect Christmas miracle. At their core, Hallmark movies are love stories told from the female perspective. Unlike a real female perspective, they're straightforward and easy to understand. It's basically that a big city girl goes to a small town for a work assignment, finds a guy with almost everything. But then there's conflict. 40% of the time, the conflict is money issues, and the other 70% of the time is another guy. And just like those numbers adding up to 110%, that is exactly what she is going to give to make it up to the small town guy that almost got away. However, setting the scene is absolutely nothing compared to the scenes, namely the towns in these movies. Santaville, Maine, Sugar Plum, Minnesota, and Candy Cane, Utah. These are all cookie-cutter towns that have known to be fictional locals in a Hallmark movie. And the only thing more ridiculous than the names of the towns are the names of the movies themselves, because there are only 2 ways to name a Hallmark Christmas movie. Option A is to hire the funniest guy you know to write a pun. Titles here include Christmas Under Wraps, Naughty and Nice, and A Jolly Good Christmas. That one's about falling for a British guy in London, whose accent makes it sound like a plush. That is until you see his teeth. Hard pass. When Jolly Good Christmas should have just been called Christmas in London, because option 2 for naming a Christmas movie is tying together Christmas and where your movie takes place. Titles here include Christmas in Vienna, Christmas in the Gracelands, Christmas at the Cartwrights, and if you see that lineup, you can catch me in Christmas on the couch. However, there are plenty of signs to spot the Hollywood fakeness. Namely, there are no Dollar Generals in a Hallmark Christmas movie. Sure, the downtowns look nice and pretty, but where the heck is the lead character Holly supposed to go when she runs out of chocolate chips at 9:30 at night and is trying to bake cookies for Mr. Right? Speaking of questionable quality, let's take a moment to be real about the stars of these winter pastimes. Now, these stars are not traditional stars. Without many exceptions, they fall under one of the 3 categories of a Christmas movie. The first star is Rebound. These actors were once upon a time a well-known commodity. Not well-known, but you've seen them in a thing or two. Prime examples of this is a guy that starred in a show that my mom liked when she was my age, and the least popular Full House sister. The second R is Rehab. Networking, partying, filming, partying, hanging out with Snoop Dogg. It's a never-stop lifestyle that many movie stars have fallen down the dark path of drinking, drugs, and dating Pete Davidson. That pretty much sums up the 2017's Cleaning Up for Christmas, starring Miley Cyrus, and Seth Rogen. Because what a better place to clean up your act than your neighborhood Mistletoe Heights, Wisconsin. The people are friendly, and cocoa tastes better than alcohol. Or, oh, so I hear. And the only white powder on site is for skiing. Now, the third R is my personal favorite. Really, really hot. Look, as I say, as Hallmark movies are never going for a statue, so why not give the viewers a real reason to turn in? These actors are paid to be eye candy and not talk, because if they do talk, it's usually the English language that suffers the most. And like my parents always told me growing up, it's best to be seen rather than heard. Christmas is a simple time of year. Really, just ask your mother. So it should be a breeze for anyone to make the movie magic really happen. Step 1 is finding the perfect location. While searching, I have found the most perfect and underutilized location of all. Hell, Michigan. It's small, quirky, has snow, and it's real. It describes the state, plus it comes with movie naming options. Hell Froze Over is just as good as Christmas in Hell. While we're at it, let's set up our cast. First, we must recall how the lead gal is not living in hell yet. That comes after marriage, so naturally there has to be a local couple that runs the inn. Let's go ahead and pencil in Chip and Joanna Gaines for this couple. Sure, they're not actors, but women find them charming, and men, like my father, might agree that you would find the fixer-uppers in hell. Now for the guy that she is currently with. He's rich, a jerk, loves the big city just as much as he loves his mother, and man, oh man, does he have mommy issues. That pretty much sums up Rupert Grint, aka Ron Weasley. Heck, we can even call him Ron Weasley. It sounds fitting. Now for our leads. While scrolling through Netflix and thinking of our 3 R's, I found the most perfect lead. The Lindsay Lohan was caught starring in a minor-rated holiday movie. The real Lindsay Lohan. She's been in rehab. She's looking for a rebound. It's time to call up Lindsay to the Hallmark Majors. And finally, for our male lead, who really cares? Just look at these guys. Hallmark, Fault in Our Stars guy, Twilight guy, Hunger Games guy. Can anyone tell me what these men actually sound like? I'll wait. Exactly. So we really just need a couple scenes of him shirtless while playing with a puppy while still covered in flour. And what are we missing? Oh, we need a script. Here is a 20-second version of any and every Hallmark Christmas movie. Girl begrudgingly goes to a small town for a work assignment, stays on inn that is short on cash. Girl falls in love with a local former flame with a heart of gold that is trying to save the inn with bake sale profits. Girl's boyfriend, big mad, will pay off the debt if she returns to the city. She stays, falling in love with the flower man and pawning her 4,000-carat engagement ring to save the day. And that's basically a Hallmark movie in a nutshell. The title, casting, and location is more important than the actual script. So, a staple to any perfect Christmas season is a Hallmark Christmas movie. You could probably get away with a room full of toddlers rearranging refrigerator mattocks for the actual script. Hallmark movies are a style, a feeling, and no matter what is being said, like being spoken to in French for the first time. Today, we shopped for the perfect setting while wrapping up our 3 R's of our movie stars before finally putting a staple on our own little Christmas movie that will no doubt be made next year. Hallmark movies are a style, a feeling, but alas, like every winter snow, they melt away every year. That is until someone tells them about Christmas in July. Now that would be a real Hallmark holiday.